Okay, now what I want you to do is to make a, so you have one machine problem. We have two machine problems this week. So one is, I'm going to challenge you to make your own function. Okay, let's call that function. Hmm, let's call that function uh, Euler method. Okay, then that function should have the following inputs. It should input your differential equation. So in this case, this one. Okay.
Siya kailangan naka-function handle.
So separate M file siya. Do you know how to do that? Hindi pa.
May idea po pero hindi po fully grasp.
Okay, sige. Before that, I will demonstrate as an example of that. So let's say, okay, so Euler method, dy dt, that would be this one. And then you have to input also your initial and final t, your h, and your initial condition. And then the output should be your t sol and your y sol. This one. Okay. So how do you do, okay. So let me demonstrate to you what do I mean. So for example, I want to make a sample function. Okay. Now to define a separate function, so let's say I want to add x plus y and then divide it by z. Okay, so if we're going to do, I want to output a, and this is equal to x plus y divided by z. So in this case, you're going to make a function, this function. So this is the format, function, and then the output, which is a, and this is equal to the function name, which is the same as your file. So this is sample function, and then inside would be your inputs. So this is x, y, and z. So inside that function, this is what you're going to do. This is what you want to do with x, y, and z to output a. So in this case, a is equal to x plus y divided by z. And then you can write n here. This is a function. So let's try to use this function. Okay, so make sure that when you call this function, so sample function, kasama siya dito sa folders mo. So let's say our x would be 1, y would be 1, and then z would be 2. So ano dapat sagot dyan? So that's 1 plus 1 is 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1. So if we're going to enter this, the answer is 1. Two outputs, say A and B. So you can do it like this. And this B. And then run the sample function again. And then the answer is 1. If this is the syntax that you do. Pag wala yung input, wala yung explicit output, when you did not explicitly write your output, ang ilalabas lang ni MATLAB would be the first output. But if you want to do this A, P, upon function 1, 2, 1, 1, and 2, the output would be so A would be equal to 1 and B equal to -1. So this line is actually the same thing that what you do when, for example, you, let's say, do your other, let's say, your DSolve. Am I making sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just like this for example, if DSolve is actually a function. It's already a pre-developed function, so that when you open DSolve, what actually getting is a function. So ito yung gusto kong gawin nyo. Of course, a simple one. So not as complicated as this. Okay? Because there will be times that when you do your computations and your programming, there will be times that you will do the same task over and over again. Okay? And it will be pointless to keep repeating this code whenever you need to do that certain specific function, for example. Okay, so one way to save time and effort would be to make your own function. And that is what I want you to do for this Euler method. Okay, so dapat when I use your Euler method, whatever I can solve this analytically, this one, or this one pala. I can solve this analytically I can solve this numerically for any expression that I want.